Good evening and welcome to the Irish column for Sunday the 28th of September 2025. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'll be joined by Martin Murphy, I think, in the next few minutes. But Orla's not well, so she took the night off. I'm sure she's watching, so get well soon, Orla. Yeah, I have a few stories to talk about here now, namely one that I have there. I'll show that now in a minute. It's about Sinn Fein and Fergus Power. It's a beauty. But yeah, let's just put up the banners there. Let's just see where we are and what we're doing and whatever. So they can get us live and comment on X at FitzyDub, at Neil Casey, at Rugamorth27, and at Ireland Force 23 on YouTube, at Irish Column, at Anthea Lahera, and on Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons, and www.theirishchannel.com/live. You can also get us on email, irelandlive@gmail.com, or call in on WhatsApp at 353 089 203 1521. That's 089 203 1521. Thank you. Let's go to the comments there. How is everyone? Hi, Paul, Martin. No sign of Martin yet, but hey, I'm sure he'll be in. It doesn't matter if he's not. Sure, I'm all right myself. Hello, Manchester. Hello, John. Michael John, how are you, buddy? No beard. See, shaved off the beard. My ma said I look too old with it, so Mammy's always right, as you know, so that's what I did. There you go, Chris Ford. You shaved the goatee, Paul. I did. Mammy, listen to what Mammy says. No one to vote for three lefties by the looks of it. Yeah, it's a spoil your vote job, isn't it? I reckon I'm going to spoil mine anyway. I'm putting Maria Steen down on mine. I don't care who anyone else puts on theirs, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Maria Steen down. So, hello, Paul. Hello. Punch, how are you? How are you, Paul? And chat. Hello, Park. Hello. How are you doing? Spoil your vote. Michael John, get well soon, or I cuddle up to your lovely cats. Ah, God. No. Let me just have a look here what I have. I have loads of videos to play. Orla. She didn't leave me short in any way, I have to say. But yeah, I just want to go with this one here because I like, because Ferg did call this out 2 years ago nearly. So there it is there. Sinn Fein, Fergus Power and rank hypocrisy. The incredible story of the wild ride on the multi-million euro gravy train that is asylum accommodation provision by the owners of a humble Oigo cafe is now well known. Thanks largely to the dogged and meticulous efforts of my colleague and friend Matt Tracy, whose persistence in delving into company records and other vaults of information has largely enriched our knowledge of who is benefiting from the insanely lucrative sector. As Matt detailed, Oigo Emergency Management Services has received more than 57 million from Irish taxpayers for providing asylum services to the state, making them one of the biggest players in the lucrative sector. He's not here anymore. He's doing it somewhere else. The Oigo Cafe on the Sallynoggin Road was registered as a business in October 2017 as jointly owned on a moderate shareholding of €50 each by Romanian national Christina Andreas with the address in Dunleary and Anne Murphy of Boris O'Kane, County Tipperary. Both are still owners and have overseen a remarkable upturn in fortune since the Oigo Cafe became involved in the Oigo Management Services on the 1st of June 2022. The little cafe began modestly and reported tangible assets of just 9,686 at the end of 2020. It described itself as involved in restaurant and mobile food services and employed just 3 people, including one of the directors. David Mooney was listed as the owner of Oigo EMS, established in September 2023, but in receipts of payment from asylum accommodation for asylum applicants and Ukrainians since 2022 on an application for an asylum accommodation centre in Blanchardstown. That's the one he was looking for. He was looking for, I think he owns that one down by the hospital in Blanchardstown. The old school. It's an old school, yeah. He was previously involved in launching a dancing venue, which ended up giving evidence and led convictions for protection racketeers who were supposedly involved in the Continuity IRA, which led him being placed in a witness protection program. Now, a man in a witness protection program can make 59 million off the iPass centres. Wow. Come to Ireland. A cafe associated with interesting characters then. The involvement of IGO in the asylum sector came to the attention of Ballybrack activist Fergus Power. Well done, Ferg. Before almost anyone else. He had proposals which would have seen large numbers of migrants placed into local communities without consultation or consent. Power was protesting outside the Irish Cafe in Sallynoggin, holding his Irish Lives Matter poster when he was confronted by a Sinn Fein activist named Shane O'Brien. An interaction which caused no end of excitement for those online who were committed to the fighting the fash, which mostly seems to involve punching down on working class people and feeling free to call them scumbags and other classist insults, which are still, it seems, perfectly acceptable amongst the same people who would have you hung, drawn and quartered for misgendering someone. Most of these cheering on O'Brien were absolutely delighted when Gardaí arrested Power, which was the desired outcome, apparently for the anarchist fighting to demolish the evil capitalist state and all its apparatus. These are either very stupid or very confused people, or they know exactly what they are doing because they support the incredible accumulation of wealth in which very short time for those to see the opportunities in the asylum sector. There's gold in them there migrant centres. Loading tweet. O'Brien, who won the council seat for Sinn Féin Shankill 2014, but failed to be re-elected in 2019, was well primed to start hurtling abuse at Fergus Power. He didn't address the main point being made by the protest, which was that the IGO was involved in facilitating and the imposition of centres of migrants on already stretched communities. It was peculiar to see a Sinn Féin candidate, surely a member of the party, well accustomed to protest, hurting accusations at Fergus Power, accusing the Ballybrack man of being a fascist and a liar. But what Power was saying was true. And now another Matt, Sinn Féin's leading light, Matt Carthy, has used his time in the Dáil and the committee in recent weeks to belatedly raise the rags to riches table of the IGO Cafe and call for transparency. It's like a very bad joke, really. Is Carthy now a fascist in the eyes of the party representative that attacked Fergus Power? Sinn Féin spokesman of Justice and Chairperson. But you get where we're coming from on this, you know what I mean? So according to Sinn Féin, IGO Cafe is illustrative of iPass profiteering, and we need transparency and accountability now. This is what he's saying. That's what Fergus Power was saying back then when he got arrested. So I hope the Shinners do. Sorry, I'm missing loads of things when I'm reading that. Evening, Paul. Evening, chat. Hi, Joe. Hello, everyone. Fergus Power, how are you? Good evening, Paolo, and everyone in the chat. God bless you. The truth always prevails. It's like the lion, Fitzy. I won't hold my breath for an apology from them scumbags, nor do I want it. Do you know something? You're dead right, Ferg. You're dead right, mate. Martin Murphy. You're just coming up black there. You've no camera, brother. You've no camera.
Can you hear me?
Well, there's nothing. You know, I can hear you. You're just black, but yeah, you're just black.
No, I'm not. Fuck you. Apologies to the curse.
Spoiling my vote as they have to be counted.
Right. I'm going to jump down and I'll check myself.
Jump down and jump back in again. Yeah, I'll just read some of this. How are you, Fergus? Your ears must have been burning, bud. Fuck Sinn Féin. How long is the Dáil back now and they still haven't called the vote of no confidence in Harris? They're not going to, Kevin. They're not going to. They're all the same. They're all feathers on the same fucking duck, mate. I'm telling you now. There's none of them going to call out anyone. Fuck Sinn Féin. They are traitors to the world and wolves in sheep's clothing. I've been saying it for a long time. Paul, you're looking in your 30s now, beardless. Thank you, Angela. Fair play to you. That's what my ma said as well. But how are you, Kevin Coyle? Chris Moore saying hi, Kevin. Hi, Ferg. Cheers. The IGO was there years. Yeah. Sharia Fail are running with a hard and hunting the hounds. Yeah. How are you, Martin? How's things?
All good. All working now.
Just, I'm sure you were listening to what I was saying there. I was reading that.
Yeah, with for again. Yeah.
Yeah. But Ferg was the first one to bring out this. Ferg was the one, and not Ferg himself, but I know other lads gave that stuff to Nick Delahanty as well, and that's where Delahanty got it, to go out spewing and saying what he was saying and saying he did the work. And
everything Ferg put up about that Dublin area and Coolock and East Wall, etc., 100% true. Those boys were on the ground working their asses off for the betterment of their communities from way before an awful lot of people got on the gravy train, so to speak. So I met Ferg and Gavin yesterday briefly at the March for Jesus protest. They're just look, they're two good men. Nothing else needs to be said. Fergus Power and Gavin Pepper are two good men. That's all anybody needs to know. You don't need to know anything else about them. They're just two good men, and that's it. And you won't find better, you won't meet better, and the work they've done has been absolutely fantastic. Fucking Gavin for his political work and highlighting everything he's done since he got into the council offices. Ferg especially. Ferg needs huge credit for what he's doing and what he's done for highlighting what the state did to us in 2000 on in relation to COVID injuries. He deserves huge credit. Cal is doing great work as well. But Ferg is literally, he's look, I'm in awe of these men. Simple as that. And I'm not impressed easily. So I'm in awe of these men. And they should be supported at every single turn.
Yeah, I agree.
They're almost as good as Paul. They're almost as good as you, Paul.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but hey, listen, everyone knows me. Everyone knows how good I am, you know. Yeah.
I have to. I'm going to listen. I'm going to be staring up at another screen for a second. Ignore me. I need to send a human a link to the show. That may or may not decide to come on. We'll see what the man is made of. So humor me if I look a bit distant. I just
yeah, no problem. Yeah,
I don't have his phone number saved, so I have to scroll back through WhatsApp messages.
Great turnout Oldcastle had yesterday. Yes, I have that there as well. Yeah, I downloaded that one too, Oldcastle. Yeah, I watched the video earlier of Herman Kelly on Facebook. He hadn't a good word to say about you lads or all.
Actually, no. In fairness. Now, hang on. I watched the video. I don't think he mentioned Orla, and he definitely didn't mention you, and he mentioned myself.
He never mentions me.
Yeah, he mentioned myself and Anthony once, as in that, and all he said was that we tabled the motion to get him to step down, the motion of no confidence. Now, that is factually incorrect, and I'll just clarify here. I tabled the motion at the behest of Shane Lynham. So the sitting chairman at the time, I offered my services to Shane Lynham because I had said I was most likely leaving IFP anyway, because I could see where it was going, and I'd had once I understand what a human is, I'm done with them, so to speak. So I understood what Herman was. I'd had my interactions with him. He'd already started attacking me, so I offered Shane Lynham to be the bad guy and take all of the heat. So it wasn't that. It was never Anthony Casey at all. It was me acting as a buffer between the current chairman of IFP and the sitting president of IFP, and I just offered my services to take all Herman's heat. And
boy, Jesus, have you?
No, not at all. But look, my relationship with Herman Kelly ended in Cork. I handed him back my IFP badge and stuff like that. I bear the man no ill will. He said terrible things about me, but the simple fact of the matter is, I know I'm a better human than he is. It's as simple as that. And he can take that whatever way he wants. I just know I'm a better human than he is because of my actions and how I conduct myself, etc., etc., etc. IFP is nothing to me. It was the potential there.
Great potential there.
Had Herman, and before the motion of no confidence went in, he was offered to just step down, just step aside for a couple of months and let somebody else take the reins and see what we could do and build back confidence in the party and stuff like that. Had he accepted that, I truly believe IFP would be the strongest force in nationalism now. I have no doubt, because the people were
I
so
agree.
good.
I agree.
It's you either choose democracy or you choose dictatorship. Herman chose dictatorship, and that is solely on him. And fair play to him. Look, that's his decision. That's fine. That was not at that present point in time the best move for IFP. IFP is defunct now. It's a defunct party. It's the same as Ireland First. It's the same as the National Party. The decision has been made on it, but I don't see the National Party being able to build anything cohesive, and that's not a knock on anybody involved in the National Party. Your optics are great. It's a beautiful message. I just don't think you'll be able to get what you want. You're going to have to either compromise on your beliefs to sit in with centre left, which defeats the purpose of a national party, or you're going to have to maintain what's classed as extreme. I don't class as extreme, but what's classed as extreme politics. There's your choice. If you go the route of staying as classed as extreme, you're going to find it very, very hard to build. If you go the route of leaning centrist, it defeats the purpose of being a national party. And that's where you're caught. It's a bit of a catch-22. So Paddy Quinlan is caught now in a really, really, really difficult place. I'm sure that the nefarious forces in the background will reach out and,
I'll give you my 10 cents.
Go.
I reckon they're all going to be shut down. The whole lot of them. IFP, National Party, Ireland First. This was the plan.
It's so funny, Paul. You've just frozen and you said nothing about the Jews this time. you just literally froze. I think you froze. Well, you froze for me. So viewers, did Paul freeze for you when he said this is my 2 cents, everything? And then just went boop.
Okay, well, I'll give you. Did you just get it up there?
Do you know what? Who's Barbara McDonald? She doesn't like the sound of my voice because she was on last week as well. Hey, Barbara, are you? No, but she was. This human was at it last week as well. So, Barbara, are you a real human? Are you a real Barbara? Are you a real Barbara? Are you a Barbara with a Mickey?
Oh, I don't know. What's the guess on Trump calling all global American Defense Force generals to a meeting on September 30th in Quantico? Are they going in hard somewhere? Well, it's no good going in soft, lads. If you're going to go in, you go in hard. End of story. I don't care what anyone says. Paul got shut down. No, well, what I was saying was my 2 cents on this is the Ireland First. If the ELC rule in Derek's favour, I'd say he will shut that down. Herman Kelly has taken over the IFP. That's to take it down. I know he's going to shut it down. Okay. And the Irish people aren't going to be doing very much. Then you have the National Party. I reckon that's going to be shut down as well. And they're all going to merge into this new Captain Birdseye party, which is brilliant. And it has loads of money and it has James Conway and all. They've all gone in for this. You know what I mean? So, lads, are more than welcome to it. We will still be here, people, for you with Deal of Heron. You know what I mean? We will. Trust me. People will see these for what they are.
Paul, have you Niall O'Hara's number? I know I messaged him on WhatsApp before, but I never saved his number, so I can't find him.
Niall O'Hara.
Yeah.
No.
I deleted it. Shit. Crap. Because I want to send him a link. I asked him to follow me on X so I could send him the link, but I know he was messaging me threats before. But he might have deleted them all. I just can't find him. Maybe I disappeared.
He does like to threaten people. I just deleted his number. I have no interest in little people like him.
No, but I said I said I'd give him right a reply. So I'm a man of my word. I'll see if he's started following me.
Well, let him fuck off.
No. I honestly, I'd love. I genuinely want to hear his. I don't want to fight publicly with anybody, but I genuinely want to hear his plan for Ireland. I genuinely do, because I've always said, and we've always said,
where, 40 gardy, waddy, body, 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 dirty. That's it.
But we've also said that We never said we're right. Or we have all the answers. Like I said, I always say it, show me something better and I'll work for you or I'll step aside. And this is the thing, when people come after us online, I always just go, come on the show and have a conversation of it. Show me that you're right. That's all I want to know. Show me your bet. Show me your policy. Show me your solutions. Show me this, that, and the other. But the fact that I can't send him a look, Niall, if you're watching, you need to follow me on X so I can send you a link to the show. And also, if you still have my number, because you have messaged me before on WhatsApp, just send me a message and I'll send you the link. And like I said, just an interview.
Send a message there. There's your message. Send a message to 089-203-1521 and I'll send you the link from here straight away.
Yeah,
no problem.
perfect.
Come on there and you can.
Yeah, there you go.
Tell us
so
your plan.
Yeah, okay. And that's it. And that's as fair as you can be. Like I said, I don't need to do machismo online or any silliness or anything like that. I had a conversation with you. You commented on a post being silly, and then you posted a picture of a man who was assaulted, and it was very, very silly, very, very silly. But you're being given right of reply, and all I want to hear is I want to hear Niall O'Hara's plan for Ireland. That's all I want to hear, or those that you're involved with, their plan for Ireland, or the policies you're working on, or what you're going to do to achieve homogeny, what you're going to do to achieve kind of a 95% Irish population, what you're going to do to deal with civil service, just anything at all. Even pick one subject. What you're going to do to tackle the drugs crisis in Ireland. I'd be very interested in hearing that. Yeah, the coke. I
wouldn't say he'd have. I wouldn't say he'd be interested in any of that stuff.
But anyway, look, Niall, right of reply is there. You just need to follow me on X, and I'll give it. Massive account, by the way. He's 82,000 followers on X. Huge account.
Yeah.
So anybody who is somebody's put in who's Niall O'Hara, he used to run the Thoughts Toby account. It's called Real Era News now. It's a huge account, 82,000 followers, or just shy of 82,000 followers. So if anybody's following him, if you could just hit him up with a message there. He was talking to me on X today, and I want him to come on the show, because I might be wrong. This is the thing I'm willing to admit. I might be wrong in what I think is best for Ireland, and I have to have people to come on and show me something better. So Niall, please come on and show me something better.
Okay, Eddie O'Grady. I think at this stage we have to accept Conway is dodgy as well.
James, do you know what? Conway is dodgy, but Conway's also the nicest human being you'll ever meet. And there's the duplicity of mankind. This is the reality of what humans are. James Conway is a fantastic human being. I've spent time in his house with his wife, with his kids, with his mother, on his farm. We've gone shooting together. I've spent a huge amount of time with this man. James Conway is not a bad human being. Now, can James Conway's opinion be swayed for political gain or the greater good, or what he perceives to be the greater good? Absolutely. He's human. He's the man. I'll tell you what, the man searches knowledge. He reads more than I do. There's never not a book in there. When that man is sitting in his sitting room, he has a book in his hand and he's reading something. He's recommended me 4 different books in the time I've met him. He opened up his home in his studio to myself and Auntie and gave us an interview and gave us. James is a very, very complex, very, very intelligent human being. Fantastic outlook and view on the world. Is it the same as mine? Absolutely not. Probably not the same as yours, Paul, either. But you can't knock him out. Now, again, who he's going to speak with, that's James's business. He's doing it publicly, so everybody knows where James is and who he's talking to. I'm interested in seeing what comes of this. I'm going to watch I can't watch the interview because Kieran Kelly has me blocked on every platform except X for a very strange reason. I reached out to Kieran Kelly and said, would you rather not just have a conversation before you just decide to block indiscriminately? But he just blocked me on more platforms. Look, like I said, don't ever make an opinion on a human until you know a human yourself. Don't listen to other people's opinions. If you have doubts about a person, go meet that person, have dinner with them, break bread with them, and have a pint with them. You'll find out who they are. It's as simple as that. I spent time with James. Not a bad human being at all.
Gollum
Is
is
it
asking Martin Murphy, what are you going to do for Ireland? What are you going to do for Ireland?
the same thing I've been doing since I got involved in this? But I fight against totalitarianism. Me personally, I'm working my very best to get out of the system, to be completely devoid of the system. I may or may not have a court appearance coming up in relation to getting out of the system, but that's for another show. You need to find a way to support yourself and derive income where you, how do you say it? Remember the old cash and claw jobs? So you need to pay in the stamp for your pension, etc., etc. But outside of that, you need to look at Nixers and stuff like that, and a way to support yourself where you're not reliant on the system and you don't need the system for anything. The boycott. I do not spend money in any business that is not Irish at all. At all. My silly little thing over covering my tax disc with a Shin logo, I do that. I haven't been stopped by the guards, but when I do, that'll be the conversation we have. I go to as many events and protests as possible. I have conversations. I encourage people to do what I do. They're only small, tiny little measures because I'm only one tiny little cog. But if 100,000 or 200,000 or 300,000 of it all do together, then you've got a wave, and we can just wash over this land and instill proper people power. But everybody has to do their little bit. Am I taking up arms? No, not yet. We're not ready yet. Am I going to start burning things down? No. Why? Because we're not ready yet. Will I do that in the future if necessary? Absolutely. I've already had my conversation with God. I've already made my apologies and said, this is what I may have to do in the future. I have made my family safe. I have made my way of life safe, and I have built a support network around myself where if Martin Murphy doesn't need to exist anymore, that can be achieved. So I'm good. I'm in my own little sphere. I'm absolutely fine. Now, I may be a little bit more extreme than most, but even just start with the boycott. Simply don't spend your money in these businesses. That's it. That's the easiest thing you can do.
Yeah.
A million people not spending money in, people power. So
yeah, I agree. Angela Leggett just put in there, Martin, I asked Kieran Kelly 3 questions regarding unifying nationalism. I was polite to the point and thanked him in advance for his reply, and he blocked me.
That's probably because you know Paul.
Yeah,
you probably saw Paul Fitzsimons is following you, or Martin Murphy or Anthony Casey is following you.
Yeah.
Look, listen, Kieran Kelly is not the fucking tattooed messiah. Okay, he's just another grifter. Now I don't know the man, but all I can see is grift, and that's just me personally. I know Kieran Kelly a lot longer. I know of Kieran Kelly a lot longer. Same as Paul. We know of Kieran Kelly an awful lot longer than you people do because we met Kieran Kelly, what, year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago.
At the Ardesh,
he was on an IFP Ardesh. He's LinkedIn tied in with Herman Kelly. There is the look. Anybody who wants Captain Birdseye to be their savior, Liam, I told you I was stealing it and I'm keeping it, but credit to that. Anybody who wants Captain Birdseye to be their savior, off you go. No problem. I'm not saying a word. I have work to do. Paul has work to do. We have no time for these. It's funny, Paul. This is interesting. What I've learned in the last couple of weeks. The way there's a class system in politics, and the Fianna Fáilers and Fianna Gaelers, they sneer at us and they look down our nose at us dirty, unwashed nationalists. Did you know it existed in nationalism as well? That we're not, we're not good enough. We're not wealthy. We're not solicitors, and we're not business people. We're dirty. We're the filth that I always talk about. That we're too touched by the filth of life. We're not welcome in the big boys club. Even in the nationalist movement has a big boys club, and we are persona non grata because we're not wealthy enough. It's as simple as that. We've no money, and they measure you in your net worth. And that's what it boils down to. It's nothing to do with ideology. It's nothing to do with who we talk. Paul Fitzsimons talks to absolutely everybody. He's the one person across the movement. Yourself and Malloy, John Malloy, are probably the 2 people that talk to absolutely everybody. And you're still not good enough. You know, because fucking Paul, you don't have.
I probably would have been if I hadn't walked away from U's pair, I'd have been at the high table now.
You would be,
Definitely.
yeah. Hey,
Definitely,
that's
man.
hey, hang on. Whoa, hold on a second now. We go back now a small bit. I didn't want any trouble. You came to me.
No. Listen,
yeah,
I'm all about the truth, Martin.
Ye came to me, as I say. That group said,
"No, I'm all about the truth. If there's untruths being told, especially about me and who I'm working with, I will fight to the ends of the earth for that. I know these untruths, and I know the way these have all jumped on board. That's how I know this is a ready up. I'm telling you, this has been in the pipeline for a long time.
There was no reason for Kieran Kelly to come after anything we were involved with at all, bar the fact that Herman Kelly sent him after us, because there's no relationship between Kieran Kelly and any of us, bar Herman Kelly. And like Paul, look, you're fairly well known. I'm not well known across. I have a few people that know me, but I'm not well known. You're very well known. Anthony's well known, but there would have been no reason to come after us, bar it was a hit job by Lorraine. Bar it was a hit job. But look, you know what? It is what it is. I messaged.
Paul is loaded. Look at Paul is loaded. Look at his sitting room.
Paul, I've got. Do you know what? Do you want to do it at the same time? We turn off our screensavers and show them what poverty looks like.
No, you're all right. No, you're grand. I'm okay. I'm happy with what I have here. Yeah.
You want to know what fucking poverty looks like? Fucking hell. I was struggling to. I had to drive to not had to. I chose to drive to Dublin. The March for Jesus yesterday. I'm not joking, Paul. That was I needed that. I really needed it. It was there was a moment where we were marching towards the stage.
Yeah.
And the music was playing. It was kind of at the end of the march, and but the pace started to quicken, and the music was blaring, and it's great, and it just was. It was divine. I've no other way to describe it. The sun was in the sky. It was supposed to be pissing rain. There was music. I've never seen so many smiling faces. It was
a second there. You're back.
What did I?
Go on, you're back. Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
Go on.
It doesn't matter. I don't need audience. I said, I sit and do this most nights by myself and just fucking talking to the microphone with the computer off. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. And we should have more of that. We should have more Christian rallies. And I know people are giving out about, it's not Catholicism, there's different denominations. It doesn't matter. It's fucking Christianity. It's God. It's beautiful. It's music. It's happiness. Do you know what I was surrounded by as well? Which was odd. All of the employed foreigners.
Yeah.
The non-IPAS people. Because it was 50-50.
A lot of them there, yeah.
It was 50% Irish and 50% foreign. It was a beautiful snapshot of the Christian demographic of Dublin, and it is 50% foreign. Grand piano.
I'll have to sell that grand piano to pay up my debts, lads. I'm being honest with you. If you know what I want, so I'll take 20 grand for it.
Eddie wouldn't know anything about internet pictures or screensavers or manipulating pictures or anything like that. Yeah, he's a pure old Kerry Bogger. You wouldn't know anything about that now. Yeah, he just takes it for granted that that's real behind you.
Yeah, I tell you. But Paul, can you please go a bit more slowly on the message? I can't read them so quickly. I'm sorry, Angela. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but there's a lot of them there to get through, hon. That's why I'm trying to fly through them. Avril,
I had a great conversation with you. I joined that TV license group. I just need to dig into a little bit more. So thank you very much for the information. Avril is a wealth of knowledge. If anybody's not following Avril, you get her on TikTok and you get her on she's on Facebook. And I don't know, Avril, are you on X? Do I follow you on X? She's an absolutely wealth of knowledge. Eddie's wicked simple Kerry man. I don't even think he has an indoor toilet in his house, to the best of my knowledge. I think he's still using the old bucket of lime out the back. I'm not sure if that's true, but I think it is.
Yeah, Angela Leggett, you guys have always answered questions, hard questions, and explained your position with everything, which we have. Thanks for that, Angela. When someone blocks you for asking questions, well, there's a name for that. Of course there is.
Kieran Kelly.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Yeah. The bucket of lime. Yeah. I thought as much. Yeah.
Jesus, let me just play this. This was Oldcastle today. Just let me share this screen. Oh, sorry. This is the March for Jesus. Sorry, this was yesterday. This was the start of it. That looks cool.
That was only the start of it. You want to see how big it got?
Yeah, there's pictures there. I have more videos.
The lefties just moved off before that, so I think I got to I was walking up up to the Garden of Remembrance about 1:15, and the lefties were just about to set off, and there was Sideshow Bob.
That guy. Clown, the fill in it, look-alike fella.
Yeah, he was at the front, and the other student union dude, the tall guy who pretends to be a woman.
Oh yeah.
So they were at the front of the fucking things. I just stood there looking at them fucking, and I was dressed like a fucking hillbilly with a peak cap on, like fucking. I presume they thought I was there for the fucking American football match or something like that. But I was just gawking at them, and I actually thought I was looking back and was going, holy crap, that looks like it's going back a long way. But when it started moving, then actually realized no, that protest was actually quite small. They were very spread out, but they seemed to have marshals that were almost stretching people out and moving people and stuff like that. I think they've got people in there to make it look bigger than it actually is. A lot of photographers, an awful lot of photographers, a lot of people in high vis vests, a lot of people who look like they were working. You'd all the SIP2 flags and stuff like that. I reckon fucking 50% of that is actually bought and paid for. Just have them stand there and watch it. When it started 50%? Moving in.
No.
Well,
the whole lot.
There was a fair amount of dopes in there as well that but when it started moving and it compacted together, you can see there wasn't actually a lot of people in it. It's all curated. They're very good at what they do. Shop and Tesco Supervalue West. It's just look, if you know a local bread maker or somebody's producing bread, actually, affect that. Just buy your ingredients and make your own bread. Buy your meat from a local butcher's, and if you can get your veg from just a local grower, you don't actually need anything else. If it comes in a package, you don't need it. You need meat, you need a small amount of carbs, and you need a small amount of vegetables. That's it. Meat, eggs, and butter are the three primary food sources you need in your body. Buy your meat from. Do you know what? Yes, it is a little bit more expensive. Oats and barley. They're a fantastic way to. If you're buying mince and you can't afford fucking 2 pounds of mince to feed the family, put some oats or barley through the wet mix, the cottage pie mix or whatever, and like that. You're still getting bulkage. You're still filling your stomach. You're not using as much meat. Treat your family to roast beef or a steak at least once a week. Try and eat as much red meat. Actually, deer hunting season. There'll be a lot of people selling venison. If you know local hunter or guy selling venison, buy venison. Buy huge amounts of venison and freeze it down, and it's fantastic. You can burgers, sausages, venison steaks. There's so much you can do with it. It is so nutritious. It is unbelievably nutritious. So get in touch with your local gun club. Find out who's a serious hunter and who will be selling venison. You know what I mean? When the bird seasons open up, who'll be selling things? Can they sell you just the meat as opposed to giving you a fucking pheasant that you'd pluck yourself? And like I said, your local butcher. Do that. Eggs, like I said, if you can get them free range, there's loads of people have eggs. Duck eggs as well. If you know anybody with ducks, duck eggs are they're way bigger and as nutritious, if not more nutritious than hen eggs. So that's it. Grow a small little bit of veg yourself. Sometimes some seasons it works, some seasons doesn't. My spuds were shit this year. They were absolutely crap. I got feck all back. I don't know, was that the weather or the chemtrails or what was it, but they were just crap. But try and grow a small bit yourself. Spuds are easy to grow. You just fucking stick them in the ground and walk away, spray them for the blight, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, there's loads of farmers markets in your local towns and stuff like that. There's a market on every Saturday or Sunday, or sometimes on Thursdays in towns. Go and stock up for the week. And just get some. Avoid supermarkets. Don't go to supermarkets. Try and avoid going to a big shop.
Cooking with Martin on Sunday nights. There it is.
I used to be a chef, and I did toy with the idea of doing survivalist stuff, but there's huge. I don't need to. There's huge amounts of videos out there on how to survive. You just have to inform yourself. Join Shin. There's a couple of groups in Shin that actually deal with that. Basically, how you don't need medicine anymore. They'll teach you all the old nettle soup and nettle tea and antihistamines and things for inflammation, and there's a wealth of knowledge out there. All you have to do is turn off any state-sponsored radio, turn off any state-sponsored television, and go and do a little bit of research, and you'll be fine. I do love fish.
Remember the thing used to be on Martin loves fish. Do you think Martin loves meat would be as popular?
But
we could get that going, Craig.
Listen to me. Actually, do you know what? Hunting with Martin and Ferg.
yeah. That'd be a good one. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Having experienced how strong Ferg is, I believe Ferg could take a deer down with his bare hands. Do you know he's scary strong?
I know.
Martin won't buy from, but happy to march with them. So, religion and faith is a beautiful thing. Who do we want rid of other than the government? We want rid of scammers. We want rid of iPass people. We want rid of dangerous people. Ireland, we've already said Ireland can never be 100% Irish. That's unrealistic. So we said 90 to 95%. So who are the other 10% going to be? Well, they're going to be whatever we need. I bear no ill will towards any man, woman, or child. And I want every man, woman, or child to be successful in their own country. If we genuinely need a doctor, because our system has not trained enough Irish doctors, or our Irish doctors have left because the terms and conditions are not good enough. We have to get in a foreign doctor. That person can be here on a work visa. Do they have a right to own property? I believe no, they should not have a right to own property. They should be allowed to stay, pay an extremely high tax rate, do whatever they have to do for the amount of time that they're here, and then go home. Do I deny love? If a foreign person falls in love with an Irish person and they get married and have children, do I support it? Absolutely not. But am I going to deny it? No. Who am I to deny one human being falling in love with another human being? Absolutely not. You're looking for perfection. It doesn't exist. Go chase unicorn farts. Or if you're criticizing, give me a solution. Show me something better, as I always say. What the march was yesterday was a beautiful show of Christianity and of a certain way of life that is not Jewish, that is not Islamic, that is not atheist, that is not whatever the blue-haired people are. I don't think they believe in anything. A beautiful, beautiful way of life. And I respect anybody who chooses that way of life. I put a message into Ferguson. I've never seen so many smiling faces walking in that march and that protest. I have not experienced that much joy in years. It was absolutely fantastic. Those aren't bad people, and they are not my enemy. Do I want them to do well in their own countries? Absolutely. I wish them the very best. I want them to go and fight. If they're running away from something, I want them to go back and fight for something better. If they're coming here on a work visa for a couple of years, because our system is so crap that we're exporting all our youth and all our talent because the cost of living is too high here. That's a failure on us, because we put the people in power that put those systems in place. That's not their fault. It's our fault. And I accept responsibility for that. So to the scammer, I have nothing but bad fucking thoughts for you. To the person who came here and is contributing to society and paying tax, you will eventually have to go home. Unless you've won the lottery and fucking fall in love with an Irish person. But I bear those people no ill will, because they don't bear me any ill will. Why would I? I want them to succeed in their own countries. And if they come here to get some skills and bring them back to their own countries to make it better for their people, so their people don't have to run here, job done. Job done as far as I'm concerned. I have a bit of red hair that's driving me nuts. It's really red there. So
I see Herman has made himself the president again of IFP 2.0. Yeah, he has. So, it just gets better and better. The shit show just keeps. It's the thing that just keeps giving, isn't it? Show.
What's Jerome saying?
Yeah, I mean, he's slagging off. He says Ferg just tells the fish to jump in the basket, and they do.
I've no fucking doubt. I've no doubt. They probably fucking jump out with a tricolour on.
Somebody just sent that to me there. Hang on for a minute in the chat. Just wait and see this. Google shows this man as the wealthiest man in Ireland. See this fella? His name, this is from Google, right? Who was the richest man in Ireland? An AI overview. The wealthiest man in Ireland is Shapur Mystery, an Irish citizen who owns an 18.4% stake in Tata Sons, the parent company of the Tata Group, and leads the Shapurji Paloni Group. He is a resident of Mumbai, India, with a net worth of approximately 9.5 billion as of June 2024. He lives in Mumbai and he's Ireland's wealthiest man. Isn't that mental?
He's an Irish citizen. Oh, I'm after clicking the wrong.
He's an Irish citizen. Yeah.
What's the group called again? Tata Group, yeah?
Tata Group, yeah. Tata Group, yeah. His name is Shapiro Mystery.
There's too many jokes in that.
Yeah, I know. Indeed. Who ruled Israel before Muslim Catholic? They ruled for 600 years. The last time Jews ruled in Israel was 600 BC.
That's old. The company, 1868. That's in British colonial times. Airlines, aerospace, electric power, finance, hospitality, information technology, retail, e-commerce, and real estate.
Tommy Boy just put in they own Jaguar and Land Rover as well. Tata Group. Yeah.
Okay, so Tata Group. And yeah, let's find who is he?
Friend of Varadkar.
Is he the majority shareholder, or
he owns 18.4% stake in Tata Sons. It's the parent company of Tata Group. Tata Sons is the parent company of that one there you're talking about. So
Ratan Tata, yeah?
His name is Shapur Mystery. Shapoor Mystery. I'll share it.
I have a Cyrus Mystery from 2012 to 2016. So it's a family connection. Hang on, I'll go to this guy.
Yeah.
Cyrus Mystery. Yeah, Tata Motors, yeah, airplanes, fucking hotels, Air India. Would they involved in a plane crash there? Not so. Oh, they've got Starbucks. Starbucks.
Yeah.
And they have tea. Wow, they're in everything. Holy crap.
Yeah.
They're in medical devices, trading and distribution. Holy crap, they're in a lot of stuff. Okay, so sorry, now I clicked a wrong link there, and my computer is saying no.
Right, well, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Fair play. Thanks very much.
But I'm just gonna I'll keep digging during the show and just confirm that he is actually he's where was that information taken from that was sent to you?
It was just AI, I think, or Google AI. Google recognizes that man as Ireland's richest man, but look where he resides, India. Yeah.
I'd say this Cyrus guy is probably his dad or uncle. He was gone out of it in 2016. There's no mention of, look, I'll have to do a bit more digging, but he's an interesting guy to look into. And why does he have, if he's a multi-billionaire, why does he need Irish citizenship?
Exactly. Now you have it.
What's his name was again?
Shapur.
Can you spell that for me because I can't see the screen?
Shapoor. Mistry. Mystery. Shapur Mystery.
Investigation in real time. Inherited the group. Okay, yeah. So he inherited the group in 2012. It was his brother. His brother was Cyrus, who left the group. We'll look into why he left. Wow. 7 billion net worth. Mystery and his family were ranked 13th on the Forbes list of India's 100 richest tycoons. Why in God's name would this man have an Irish passport?
Why would he be a resident of Ireland,
He did some movies. Okay, let's see what else.
Ferg just asked if that's the same company taking over Irish pensions. I don't know, Ferg. Martin is looking into it there now.
We'll dig into it. Yeah, there's very, very, very little information on Shapur. Cyrus, there's a wealth of information. There is not a lot there in Shapur. I will have to do some offline digging on this guy to find out who he is. There's like pages of Wikipedia stuff on the brother. There is very, very, very little on this guy. So, look, I'll have to.
Mary McMahon just says that Martin, Irish citizenship, tax haven for foreign companies. Yeah.
You don't need citizenship to use Ireland as a tax hub. It's very interesting for somebody to want Irish citizenship. Especially with that kind of wealth. Look, leave it with us. We'll do some digging. The Irish column team will be on it, and the next show we'll come back to. So thanks whoever sent that in, because that's it's like you've dug up another hole for us to go down.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to just
if anybody is good at watching the show and doing a bit of digging, just fire the information into us. It's an interactive show, so if you can find information, fire it up there, and we'll find out who this guy is.
Yeah, I'm going to just go with the Irish git here, okay, and we'll come back.
Let's take a look at this gaslighting sack of shite for a minute and see what he has to say.
Europe doesn't have open borders. Ireland doesn't have open borders. We control our borders.
Europe doesn't have open borders. Ireland doesn't have open borders, and we control our borders. Man who lived in Ireland under fake name remanded in custody for love triangle murders. Fingerprint of Cork prison inmate matches 27 different names across England and France. Man accused of carrying out predatory attack on woman he followed from Lewis in Churchtown. No documentation and only in the country a few days. Man jailed for 3 months over unprovoked attack on woman jogging in Dublin. Oh, and just an FYI, this is the same lad that was locked up in Cork prison with 27 different identities. And when they let him out, he done that. I could go on for ages, but we all know he's gaslighting us. Europe and Ireland certainly do have open borders. We have open borders so we can have mass migration, and mass migration doesn't work. It's proven not to work. I wonder what the foreign-born prison population is in Sweden. While a specific updated statistic for Sweden's foreign-born prison population isn't available in the provided search results. Because Sweden got good at hiding all that data, and there's a reason for that. Studies and official statements indicate that individuals of foreign backgrounds are overrepresented in the Swedish criminal justice system compared to their share of the population. I wonder what the foreign-born prison population is in France. While precise real-time figures are hard to find, the French foreign prison population was estimated at around 36% of the total prison population in 2024. Now what about Germany? Germany has a significant foreign prison population, with figures rising in recent years and exceeding 50% in some states like Hamburg and Berlin. Reports from late 2024 indicate that the foreign inmate proportion in German jails increased by 18% in the past year, and 41% of suspects were foreign nationals. This demographic shift is linked to the influx of immigrants and refugees starting around 2015. Yet foreign-born people make up between 18 and 19% of Germany's population. That's an over-representation, isn't it? And also, 18 to 19% and there's no replacement happening. But never mind the facts and what we see with our own eyes. We don't have open borders, and at the same time, open borders work. Isn't that right, Martin? Yeah. Who done that?
I hate having the same first name as Micheál Martin, because every time someone says Martin, I go, "What? What's it saying about me? What's it saying about me?"
I know. Yeah. Micheál Martin. I know someone who calls him Micheál Martin as well. One of our friends, Micheál Martin. But
Micheál,
he's right, Micheál. But you look at it. The Dublin population of prisons, the population in prisons of foreigners it's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
And there's 75% of the cases in our courts, in the high courts and in the district courts, are all foreigners.
Translators. Yeah, but it's
you all need interpreters. Yeah,
but it's a money racket. The legal system. The legal system in this country is another golden circle. You're in it or you're not in it. If you're in it, you're making money. If you're not in it, you're just handing over money. Represent yourself. There's groups out there that'll help you through courts and stuff like that. Don't give money to solicitors. There's very few good ones out there.
Years ago, when young fellas, not my age, when I was a young fella, you got into trouble. You went to court and your solicitor told you what to do. They were planning this with each other. Like, yeah, okay, I'll get him to say this and he'll do this. And once you get him a plea bargain, we'll just get the money out. And that's all it was a money-making racket.
Yeah.
Like, I remember years ago, a solicitor I had was Pat McCartan. He went on to be a judge, and a good judge here as well. His brother Noel was the same. But they're all family-run businesses. The Hanahoes, you know what I mean? The Staines, you know what I mean? They're all making a fortune.
I've used solicitors. And I can tell you, I paid 15,000 euros for absolutely nothing, because I did all the work myself. I did all the investigation myself. And the only thing I needed them for was because I couldn't talk directly to the people I was having the legal issues with. They were literally a go-between. That was it. And that cost me 15,000 fucking euros.
Yeah. It's great, isn't it? It's a big club, and we're not in it.
It's not fucking great. It's fucking. I still haven't.
Great for them. I mean, it's great for them. You know.
But as I said, and that was a civil case. But like, the reality is, there's great organizations out there that will talk you through the legal system. You don't need. Look, if you've genuinely done something wrong and you're trying to limit the amount of time you're going to prison, get a solicitor. But outside of that, especially for civil stuff, you don't need a solicitor.
Sure, nobody knows the case better than you do.
Increase your knowledge base, and there are people out there to help you. Go onto Facebook. There's crowds doing TV license stuff. If you're up for a TV license, there's groups on Facebook that'll help you through that. If you're dealing with small insignificant stuff, there's groups out there that will talk you through it and tell you how to not approach the bench, don't pass the bar, and don't engage with them. Look, technically the law doesn't exist. It's like money; it technically doesn't exist. So you can argue from that point of view, and you can, if you're smart enough, get a judge to run out of the room. I know somebody who got a judge to actually abandon his post. He jumped ship, so to speak, and anybody who understands the term will know what I'm talking about, because he knew that if he engaged, he would have been liable for the actual judge would have been liable for the costs of the case.
Oh, I know what that was. Yeah, I think I know what that was. Yeah.
So, like I said, inform yourself. There are people out there who can help. I'm not one of them, by the way. But there are people out there who can help.
I can help. I can help in other ways. Angela Leggett just put in there, Javier Milei, president of Argentina, said the Irish government representatives are a disgrace to the Irish people. He stood up in front of the UN and said that. A lot of people are.
He's a fantastic libertarian, and I see all of the lefties coming out saying, "Oh, libertarianism failed in Argentina and because he's entering trade negotiations with America." Argentina is going to be extremely wealthy, extremely wealthy. All he did was cut 70% of the civil service, and made a couple of other reforms, and forced people who've been on the golden cow for a very, very long time to go out into the public market, and they all realize they've no skills whatsoever, so they all have to take low paid jobs. Fantastic leader.
Dan Breen there. The fact the politicians appoint judges in Ireland says it all. Corruption of the highest order. That's it.
Should judges be voted in? Who should?
Are they not voted in by the government or whatever?
Well,
like
no, they're appointed. But how would you go about appointing a peer? Who should be a judge?
Who should be a judge? See, it's usually ex-coppers and all, isn't it? Ex-coppers and ex-solicitors and barristers.
Ex-barristers and solicitors mainly. Politically aligned ex-barristers and solicitors.
Yeah.
But should somebody who
Judge Nolan was a guard, I'm sure.
But somebody who is judging the people, should they not be of the people?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Like, I don't believe in the single judge. In criminal cases, for serious crime, it should be a jury of your peers. But I don't believe that in other cases where it's the judge making the decision, the judge should sit alone. I should believe there should be a panel of 3, 1 legal expert, 1 person of the community, and 1 person of the people. And that would be my ideal system. Civil cases are nonsense. For the most part, it's the only people winning are solicitors, taking huge chunks of change out of silly payments and stuff like that.
Hang on there. Someone's just saying that. What about Paul? Look up, talk about him. Use all his videos. Help the man. He has kids and all.
Oh, absolutely.
He's talking about Paul Nolan.
Absolutely.
Ferg,
I actually saw Paul.
Ferg, you're in the comments there. Okay, if you can, if he wants to come on there and have a chat, he probably won't be able to talk about it. But listen, if he wants to come on and have a chat with us, I'd like to talk to him about it. So I haven't got his number. I have him on Twitter, but
do you know what? You know what Paul Nolan was doing on Sunday?
He was
working.
Yeah.
Same as he does every single day. He was hanging off monuments. He was standing up on walls to get good camera shots. He was going through the crowd. I saw him numerous times working his ass off. He's basically got the state coming after him, hell for leather. What was he doing? He was out doing his job. If he's got to buy me a coffee, if he's got a GoFundMe, if he's got anything like that, please throw a few quid his direction.
Yeah,
please,
and Paul,
please,
if you want, contact me there on 089-203-1521. And Ferg, if you have his number, Ferg, just send it on to him there, and I'll send him the link if he wants to come on and have a chat for a few minutes. Because I'd like to get his thoughts on this, because it was a landmark case. It was the first ever case of its kind. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You know, it's just to shut people up.
They did the same to Ross Live. They've done the same to Terry Kay. They've done
Philip.
Yeah, Philip. Look, this is what's coming, people. This is what's coming. Paul Fitzsimons is next on the chopping block. I won't be within 20 feet of him when he gets nicked.
Yeah, I know.
I'll send you a card.
I'm next, all right. Yeah,
enjoy prison. Look, listen. This is the price of it. This is the cost of it, and I'm in awe of the people who have. Ferg has been brutalized by the guards. Paul is being terrorized by the legal system. Ross got dragged through the courts. Derek Bly has been dragged through the courts. There's huge amounts of people being. It's lawfare. It's the same as they're doing in America. Fine Gael take the Democrats' playbook. They're always 2 or 3 years behind, but they take the Democrats' playbook and they implement it in Irish society. They've been doing it since they got into power, and it's not going to stop. We do need to be a little bit smart. We do need to get a little bit more knowledge in relation to that. But the biggest thing is you're policed by consent. Don't comply. Do not comply. You owe these people nothing. You also don't have a surname. So when they're talking to you, you just give them your first name. Don't want to engage with you, walk away.
Jerome really was nabbed as well. We were all nabbed, Jerome. All of us were nabbed.
What did Jerome get done for?
I don't know. Putin's going to bankrupt the EU. It'd be so sweet. BRICS is the place to go. Yeah. Jerome, hope you're not next, pal. I hope you're not next as well, Jerome. Yeah. I'm noticing a boomerang effect in order to return to the conversation.
Yeah.
All known prisoner of war. Yeah.
They can only push so far. I mean, look, people didn't. They did. Like Ferg supported. Help me out. Enoch Burke. Yeah. So, like, it's up to us to support these people. If they do end up behind bars, we have to make a bit of stink about it and a bit of song and dance about it. And if you can make it out, a couple of protests outside prison, etc., we have to make noise about it, because you mightn't think the noise affects the government. They're only bringing in laws to stop us because we are making noise. That's the whole point. That's why they're bringing in these laws. They're terrified of us. So keep making noise. Keep making noise. Keep making noise. And if you're a lone wolf and you're not affiliated to do anything, you go do you. You go do what needs to be done. Just don't tell anybody about it.
Yeah. I'm just pulling something down there. Yeah, come on.
I'm just looking at Adolf Ryan is always he throws in loads of commentaries, big in the chat. You should come on sometime and again put the ideas forward. Put the ideas forward. Sell your wares. We're open to all conversation here. We listen to, and Paul, like if the most extreme lefty wanted to come on, you'd let them on and let them say what they wanted to say.
No problem.
Like, it's a
yes.
It's a conversation for him. That's the whole point, and it's interactive for a reason. That everybody's allowed to have their Wednesday. He said he'd come on for chats.
Hang on there.
Yeah, they're feeling. Listen to me. They're feeling.
Up in the morning, but we'll come on Wednesday. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Ferg. Thanks for that, mate.
Cheers, Ferg. We don't talk about it enough. People don't. We've short memories. Okay, the election results, and I have to thank the far right Mammy and Kerry for this, because she reminds me all the time. Fianna Fáil only got 12-ish% of the vote in the entire country. Fine Gael only got 11-point-something%. They represent less than quarter of the population of this country. 75% of these people, of the people of this land, are not represented in government. There's another 15% that are far left extremists, maybe 20%. So they're the supposed opposition. Okay. That gives you what? 45% of the people are actually represented by what they voted for. 55% of the nation has no representation in government whatsoever. That's us. That 55% have to band together and build something. That is the only solution. You have to build something coherent, cohesive, effective, that sells a good product, packages it well, puts out good candidates, etc., etc., etc. So the onus of responsibility is on us. We're talking about this, we'll burn this, and we'll do that, and we'll do that, and blah, 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 blah. We'll do nothing because nobody wants to go first. It's as simple as that. And we're not organized enough, and we live in different times, and we're too easily shut down because of the ways we communicate, etc., etc., etc. Now, lone wolves, you go do you. And you have my full support, even though I'll never know about it. If you're a lone wolf, go off and do what you need to do. But as an organization, you can't do anything because everything is monitored. There's no secure communication whatsoever. They're talking about bringing in these monitoring services, and WhatsApp and Facebook will all be monitored, etc. It's already monitored. Every single bit, every conversation you have is monitored. And if you're on the guard's radar at all, you can be assured it's actually being monitored in real time. So solutions.
I did just throw out a few I throw out shit just so as it gets. Oh, is that what he's thinking of now? Oh, he's talking about that. He's doing this. It's just
yeah.
good luck to his lads.
Just make sure you put like ricin bombs, death threats, powder, whatever into your messages sporadically, just so you can stay on their radar. But yeah, politically there is a solution. It's still I stand by what I said 2 years ago. It's going to take 15 years. It's going to take 14 years now, 13 and a half to get a viable movement going. But it's possible. It is possible. It is possible. It's going to be centrist. It's not going to be right wing. It's going to be centre right. It won't be what we want, but politically, that's what you're going to get. You're never going to get any better. And I'll support it. I will support it. I'm going to big shout out there to Elaine Mullally. I think she still should start a centre-right political party along the lines of aim to, without the Sinn Fein connections, get some good people together around her, clean people, and then use us to support it. Use us as your people on the ground to have the conversations and push ideas and say why, okay, it's not perfect, but this is explain why it's the only solution forward politically. Outside of that, I reckon it's accept defeat, because I don't think there's enough people with balls to do what needs to be done. There just isn't. We're knocking around long enough, Paul, to see that.
I agree.
The brave men, and I class myself as one. I class you as one. I class Anthony as one. Although we're capable of it, literally, you'd be ratted out in 30 seconds just from the people I've met.
Yeah.
I know for a fact if I got 10 men together and said, right, we're going to do an operation and we're going to do an X, Y, or Z, and we're dead, no one's to talk about it. I couldn't find 10 that I trust 100%. I have about 5 that I trust 100%. We talk all the time. Outside of that, you'd be ratted out. It's as simple as that. The whole movement is filled with weaklings, rats.
I've won in the chat there now that I would go to hell for. I would. I'm telling you now. Yeah.
But I know that. I know who the names are.
Yeah.
I know who the names are. But outside of that, they'd rat you out in a second. Because there's always one lad who's compromised. He's on coke or he did drugs is the big thing. There's so many people in the movement compromised with drugs, and I won't work with you. I will not work with you. Simple as that. Nope. I'm not going to shit in you publicly, but I will not work with you because you're compromised. So that's the big thing. We need to have a serious conversation about the drug use in this country amongst men. That should be better.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, I'm going to play something here. I should have played it last week. I forgot I had it here to play. One of our own, Jeff Gallagher, died a year ago last week. So I have a 4-minute video there I just want to play. And I think I know what the one it is. It's from his funeral, and it was very, very hard. It was good. Listen, we'll play it and we'll come back and talk in a minute.
You shall cross the barren desert, but you shall not die of thirst. You shall wander far in safety, though you do not know the way. You shall preach your word in foreign lands, and they will understand. You shall see the face of God and live. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest. If you pass through rain Blessed are you that weep and mourn, for one day you shall laugh. And if wicked men insult and hate you, all because of me, then blessed are you. Be not afraid. I go before you always. Come, follow me, and I will give you rest.
Jeez, he was a young man, wasn't he?
He was a young man. And I'm just going to say there now, Jeff was a big golfer and he would be up there playing. And we've just retained the Ryder Cup. Lowry just sink the thing there to have us. So, bump, 14 points up. We've just retained it. You can probably
Right.
hear me scouting. He was screaming.
Is
Up the Americans. Yeah.
The American crowd were. Sorry, just go back to a couple
give
of
me
things.
stick.
I never met Jeff. I knew who he was, but I never met him in person. But
Yeah,
very
good guy.
very very tragic. But the lovely thing about the pictures there was it's literally the Dublin crew. You're in there as well, like, you know what I mean. There's a cohort of you that have been there
Yeah.
since the start of COVID, and yeah, it's not said enough. You need a bit of commendation and a bit of appreciation for the work you did through Hold the Line, through Says No, through everything for years and years and years. Yourself, Ferg, Gavin. There's too many names to mention, but there's a crew.
And there's a lot more in the background too.
Yeah, but well, I'm saying it as a non-dub that the Dublin crews that have worked tirelessly for 5 years, 6 years now, and even before that, back to austerity when the financial crisis happened. Well done, and you deserve a fucking clap, because you've done this for years and you don't get the appreciation you deserve, and you get people sneering down your nose at the fucking working class dubs. I'm saying, as a country bumpkin, well done, and you deserve it. That's you included, Paul. And Ferg's another bit of appreciation. Ferg, your fucking missus's fucking voice is just beautiful. It's absolutely heavenly. She's a fantastic singer, absolutely fantastic singer.
Michigan church set on fire today. Bomb also found. People died. Church still burning in Michigan.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, fucking hell. That's most likely the Antifa pushback. I wouldn't think that's Islamic at all. I would say that's Antifa pushing back against Trump coming down them.
Yeah, I'd say so. Just sort of fix me. I'm like the Wizard of Oz behind this green curtain.
Is that bad? Is that bad? Is it? Oh yeah, actually.
The kids do come in and go, "Where are you, Dad?" So I'm behind the green curtain. They call me the Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
Very good.
But yeah, that was nice there. I'm glad I played that. Now, as I said, I was meant to play it last week, and I was meant to play it again on. Was it Friday we had the show?
Look, there's a lot of stuff to be covered, so it's hard to get there. But yeah, Jeff should be remembered. Like I said, I never met the man, but I was aware of his work and stuff like that. And look, for his memory, you all just need to keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Dublin, whether we like it or not, is the heartbeat of Ireland, unfortunately. But if Dublin isn't saved, the rest of the country is going to be harder to save. So you know, it's great. It's great that there's good people up there working their asses off. And like I said, there's a few people you see at everything, and I go to a lot of stuff. Ferg is at everything. You know what I mean? You're at 90% of stuff. Gavin's at 90% of stuff. It's Dave, is it Dave? Oh God, Carlo. Dave, yeah.
Dave Dogs. Dogs.
He's at. Do you know what I mean? There's the same people you see. They're working their absolute backsides off, putting content up, doing research, communicating with people. they don't get half the credit they deserve. So,
Yeah.
well
And
done.
another one I'll give a shout out to as well is Wake Up Era. You get them there. That's wakeupera.com. Barry Stone and Adele and the crew and the whole lot. So they do sterling work as well. So anyone, if you can, go onto the website there and donate a few quid to them, because they pay for everything out of their own pockets. But if you can,
and fantastic work. And do you know what's great about it? Scientific work. It's everything that they said from the start has now been proven in mainstream media to have been true.
Yes.
Every single
email
bit.
them as well at info@wakeupera.com. That's their email address if you want to know any more. So as I said, Barry is a good guy. Adele is as well. So the work they're doing is just amazing, I have to say. So yeah, and of course you can join us, dealaheron.ie.
Shin Nadina as well. Give Shin Nadina a shout out.
Shin Nadina is up there as well. And
if you're into politics, go to Deal Ahern. If you're into community outreach, go to Shin Nadina.
Yeah,
if you're into both, join both.
Yes.
We're good people, as they say.
And if you want to buy us a coffee for the show tonight, or just to help us with the show, there it is there, people. That's it there. I'll post it in the comments now in the next few minutes.
I'll give you a reason to support an extra reason to support the show. I get none of it. It all goes to Orla's Polymer's Fund. So every single penny,
doesn't it? It just barely. We just barely get by with the. I tell you, I started it in February, okay, and I'm going to be honest with you. The same people contribute every night or every second night or whatever they do. Fair play to them, and they know who they are. Thank you very much. But I'm being honest with you. We have not. I think I'm 60 quid down on what has been paid out over the last 6 months. So if you can make up that 60 quid, people. No, I'm only joking. But
no,
it's Paul,
not be smart about it. Don't joke about it. If you want this channel to stay open and you want us to keep doing our work and help us out, it's as simple as that. There's not. You should never apologize for that. We need help.
I know, but people are a bit stuck,
Everyone's stuck, but fucking look, you and me are in the same boat, but we're still fucking working our asses off. We're still fucking trying to scrape a living and trying to support kids and support family and pay bills and etc. But and on top of all that, we do this. So there's no problem in asking for a bit of help and a bit of support. Like I said, we're good people. We're not going to be fucking.
Yeah,
it's not wasted. It's literally to cover the costs of cover the costs of keeping the servers up and keeping the show on the road, so to speak.
I was asked that the other day. Okay, yes, somebody. I was doing something on Wednesday that I had to do something. It was a private thing and the whole lot. But I had a person asking me, "But you have a podcast? You must be loaded." That was exactly what they said to me. But you have your own podcast, and you must be loaded from that podcast. I said, I'm going to be honest with you, mate. And I actually brought the laptop with me just in case they asked to see the whatever. Yeah. And I had the Stripe thing open and all ready to show them that I was 60 quid down. It didn't come to that, but yeah, this is people think because you're running this that you're loaded. You know what I mean? I heard a big gap like this.
I heard stories from a Dublin meeting that I won't say which organization, that were apparently all sitting behind big desks in large leather chairs. Did you hear that one?
No.
Oh yeah. Well, something we're involved in because we're I'm not even going to say the word, but apparently there's a thought process behind it that we're basically sitting in a big boardroom in big swivel leather chairs, and we're like. They don't right like fucking this, Paul. This broke us. You know what my work situation is, and I know what your work situation is, and I know what your living situation is, and you know what my living situation is.
Yeah,
we are broke. We have been blacklisted from employment.
Everywhere. Yeah.
We're living like
I actually got. I'm going to be honest, Martin. Right, the social sent me to a place. The CTEC crowd sent me. For an interview with this crowd, GKT traffic management thing, right? I'm not messing. 15 quid an hour for a van driver, right?
Yeah.
And I done the interview. The interview went very well. It was brilliant. The whole lot. Your man said it to me. The boss said it to me. He said, "Listen, you'll more than likely be in on Saturday. to do the induction from 7 to 3:30. He says you'll get all your gear, your kit, the whole lot. And he told me if you leave before 6 months, you have to pay $250 for the kit. And 8:15 the next morning, Martin, I got an email. We're not going to go ahead with your thing.
Because
I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it.
I got offered, but no, I got an old boss of mine reached out to me. I'd worked for him in years, and he sent me a message. He rang me a couple of times, and I'd missed the call, and I rang him back, and I said, "Yeah, we chat sometime. We couldn't really talk. We're always busy." And he messaged me. I said, "Look, what's it about?" And he said, "Job in Waterford, and X amount per year, good salary, similar to what I would have been on before this. I mean, a nice salary, nice bonus, back to what I was doing." And I was there. Geez, we haven't spoken in a long time. I just said, "You need to Google my name, because if you offer me a position, the client is going to Google my name." So he must have done it because he hasn't been in touch since.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah,
I came in, I said to my sister, I said, "Jesus Christ, man, I'm at that applying for about 25 jobs here. I'm not even getting a reply."
Yeah.
She says, "Go on and Google your name." I said, "What?"
Yeah.
She said, "Go on and Google your name." There's the first picture you see is me sticking my tongue out, coming out of the court. You know what I mean? It's a nightmare.
So look, it is. Look, it is what it is. What it is. This cause comes at a cost and comes at a price. But for anybody who thinks we've money, we have the fucking pot to piss in. And I'm living on the. I'll tell you why I'm lucky. I have, and I presume that the far right mammy is watching. I have great parents, and that's all I'll say. I've a wonderful safety net there. I'm still earning. I'm okay. I'm just earning 50% less than what I used to. But my bills haven't really changed and stuff like that. So it's it's interesting times. But now the other side of that is you couldn't go back into your old work environment, nor could I, because of the wokeness and the rainbows and all that kind of stuff. You know, you couldn't, you can't. So even if you were offered something and you couldn't take it, you'd have to stop being who you are. You'd have to pretend to be something you're not, and go in and wear the rainbow lanyard and smile at the fucking dudes. The dudes, look, that's what killed it for me. The 6 foot tall Indian with the big tits walking down the corridor, big man with fucking huge tits, and fucking I couldn't just
couldn't let it go, Martin. You just couldn't let it go.
It's not that I couldn't let it go. They kept I was very good. I behaved myself. They came after me because of the politics. But anyway, look, well, I'm sure that people could see me. How would you say it? Non-inclusiveness to those that were offensive to me. But anyway,
that were mental.
Well, yeah, fucking head cases, and do you know what? And fucking all the fucking high salary people dancing and celebrating it. And yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Yeah, fucking idiots.
Fucking, and I'll say that again. Fucking idiots. The lot of yous. Woohoo! DEI hire. No, not good.
Yep. With
DEI hire, you get people in there hired that haven't got a clue what they're doing.
Do you know what's great?
And they're putting you in danger.
Do you know what's brilliant?
Yeah,
I'll tell you a funny story. There's a certain company based in Clonmel that makes medical products, right? So Trump has brought in his 100%. Was there's two of them, right? But Trump has brought in his 100% tariffs. I know. I don't know if it affects. It should, but maybe it doesn't. It's devices as opposed to pharmaceuticals. But this company just shut down last year or the year before a production facility in America that primarily hired Mexicans. Give you an idea of where it was in the country. That was making a device that is a single-use medical device. And they decided to move this operation to Clonmel. Leo Varadkar was in that facility in Clonmel about 2 years ago, announcing the 350 new jobs, big song and fucking dance. Spent millions redeveloping new clean rooms and putting a new line in. All of that is probably going to have to go back to the States.
Yeah,
and exactly. also to the fuckers that I had the dispute with. 3 years later, the position, 2 years later, the position they removed me from has still not been replaced. I know this is the fact because I still talk to people in there. 2 years later, they still not found a suitable replacement for me. They got rid of me because of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yet they have not been able to find somebody of my caliber to replace me. I was cheap as well. That's the big thing, because I actually enjoyed doing the job. So I actually did 2 jobs. I combined 2 jobs together, but only took 1 salary because I'm a fucking idiot. But I was happy. I was comfortable out. I didn't need any more. But still not replaced.
Right, just let me play this Oldcastle video first, right? I just want to play this because it was from yesterday. Let's just play that.
We are in Oldcastle, County Meath. What fantastic scenes here in Oldcastle. They are opposing a migrant/bypass centre. Every town and village in Ireland is under invasion here. Well done to all the patriots who've come out to the streets here to oppose this occupation. Absolutely fantastic. Well done to them all. Ireland is under invasion here. In the next 10 to 20 years, Ireland, the Irish people, are going to become a minority in their own town. You've got the leader of Ireland, Micheál Martin, saying we're mongrels. We are an ancient people. We're a noble people. We evangelise the whole of Europe. We say no to this invasion. We say no to being browbeat. Enough is enough, everybody. Fantastic scene. I'm so proud of the people of Oldcastle. Really important to share these videos with all your friends and family. Let's keep her lit now as the Ireland is Full banner goes by us there. Looking fantastic. And the people of Oldcastle walk past me as well. Look, it's time to get out there, support the people of Oldcastle. Every Irish man and every Irish woman is a local in every part of Ireland. We are the indigenous people of this land. We have nowhere else to call home. So it's really important to share these videos with all your friends and family. Let's get the message out there. My name is Ned McConnell, leader Shin the Hearn. If you want to support our work, we handed out hundreds of flags today, banners, placards, etc. Support our work. Scroll down below the video, chip into our flag fund. If you want to become a member of our movement, scroll down below the video or click the link in my bio. Join as a member now. Support our work. Well done to the people of Oldcastle once again. God bless us all.
Great work.
Well done, Noel. Noel does great work as well. So Son the Heron as well.
Deserves a shout out. Great for the west of Ireland, Donegal direction. Absolutely fantastic. Support them if you can. I know. Look, a lot of people looking for support. Whoever's in your area doing the work, putting in the hard yards, give them a dig out.
Right, I'm going to move on to a vaccine thing here now. Okay, Professor Dalgleish going to talk about this.
I have to go, Paul. Sorry, I just have to.
Yeah, you're another Herman Kelly. Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say it. No, I will be back. The vaccines are killing people. It was a bioweapon. We need to hold anybody who pushed those vaccines accountable. I believe in the death penalty for anyone who harmed their indigenous populations. I have no problem in talking this, but I do need to go to the jacks, so I'll be back in a second.
You go ahead, mate, and I will play this. Okay, you go on.
They knew that we were right, but they suppressed it. Now we come to the vaccines. The COVID messenger RNA vaccines and cancer is what the bit I really want to bang on about here. Because first of all, with the COVID vaccines, the messenger RNA, that from my point of view, I was never happy about the vaccines because all that data I showed you, that spike protein everybody used to make the vaccine from, 80% of it is human epitopes, i.e. it's identical. We said that the epitopes are so identical that the platelet factor 4, which if you got antibodies to it, involve clotting and platelet problems, and myelin, which goes with Guillain-Barré and all the other neurological things, were 100%. So this was guaranteed if you gave it. Again, we did the warning. Again, they decided to ignore us. And it's even on the MHRA website that these two are very rare. No, they're not. I know lots of people with these problems. But I want to go focus on to the cancer vaccines, the implication of cancers. I, in my clinic, noted after the boosters were introduced, I did not notice this before, after the boosters were introduced, I was seeing melanoma patients. I had been treated successfully immunotherapy 5, 10, up to 18 years, who came into the clinic and they had relapsed, or they were showing evidence of relapse, and we confirmed they relapsed. Now, I've seen this before, but it's usually always in people who've had sudden, severe depression and immune suppression that goes with it. Usually death, bereavement, divorce, bankruptcy, or something like that. None of these patients had had that. So I go, what have you had? what's gone on. And every case, I found that they had been forced to have a booster against their better need. And it was then I pointed this out, and I was told to shut up because I was upsetting the patients. I checked with my other colleagues, and I found that colleagues in Australia, South Africa, America, Canada were all seeing exactly the same thing. But from my point of view, I was seeing the cancer, and the other people were seeing it. And I wanted to know why. Well, I developed cancer vaccines and HIV vaccines all my life, and one thing I knew, if a vaccine needs a booster, it doesn't work. So here we had clear evidence of a relapse following the boosters, and when we overstimulate things, you cause immune suppression. A group from the States and others showed that after the booster, you get T-cell suppression. In fact, one of the groups brilliantly called it T-cell exhaustion. So you got rid of the T-cells. Then other groups showed there was IgG class switching. Just let me tell you what this is. In a vaccine, you boost antibodies that will neutralize and kill the virus. When you do the booster, you switch those antibodies to those that say, no, we've done our bit, calm down. They tolerize the response, and this is exactly what you want when you have a transplant. You want tolerization. So all of a sudden, we've got evidence that these vaccines suppress the T-cell response, tolerize the IgG. This is the perfect milieu for cancer to pop up. And then more recently, we found there's a whole range of things that have been discovered, all of which could induce cancer, some of them later on. So this is why I've got so vocal about this. The other thing is that if you keep doing these boosters, you will get this same chronic inflammatory suppression of the immune response. It'll get worse and worse. I mean, my simple thing is ban all messenger RNA vaccines. Never, ever, ever. And now I've looked into it a lot more carefully. There's a lot more vaccines that need very careful re-evaluation, but they should be pulled as well.
Well, there you have it, folks. You know, that's Professor Angus Dalgleish. He is a top oncologist and everything else, and a cancer specialist in the UK. He has came out and talked about this, and I have another one here. And you're going to play this here now. It's a recent study from Japan, or from Italy. Sorry, just let me play this.
Well, a warm welcome to this talk. Now, there's been concern for some time now from talking to various experts about the increased risk of cancers, probably all types of cancers or many types of cancers after COVID vaccines. Now, of course, we're deprived of data in the United Kingdom between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. We just can't get that information freely. But there has been a study done in Italy. And what this shows is increased incidence of cancers 6 months after COVID vaccinations. Now, let's look at where we got this from. This is from this paper here, Experimental and Clinical Sciences Journal, peer-reviewed, of course, made publicly available. You can download the PDF. The full paper is there. So people that had vaccinated with at least one dose, their chances of getting colorectal cancer, the hazard ratio was 1.34. In other words, 34% more likely to get it. This is at a 6-month follow-up. Breast cancer, 54% more likely to get breast cancer in the vaccinated group. Bladder cancer, 62% more likely to get it than the unvaccinated group.
Holy shit.
People, isn't it, Martin? Like, it's really gone crazy, like, you know what I mean? And like, the data is coming out there. It's not as though the data is not being hidden anymore. You know, they've done the same in Japan. I might have been looking for it there. I'll have a look at it now in a minute. I thought I sent it to myself there earlier. But,
I've seen the Japanese doctors coming out talking about it with subtitles, and yeah, it's horrific.
That's the one.
The figures are they're absolutely. I know the video that you just played there, but I didn't actually watch it. I saw it coming up on my feed. I didn't think it was that high. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And it's worse. In Japan, they actually have it down to a T. Like, they have it because they have checked all these. I think it's something like 12 million people that they have checked, and they're all riddled with cancer, and all since the vaccine. So the evidence is irrefutable now. You know what I mean? It's out there now, and for people not to be. And again, I'll say it again. I'm not giving out to people who got vaccinated. I'm just trying to educate you here on
You were
what's
duped.
happening here now.
Look,
And
sorry, people were duped. People were lied to. They were bullied. They were intimidated.
yeah,
The state did this to you. The state of Ireland did this to you. If you were forced into taking a vaccine, you did not consent, because you cannot consent without all of the information. They did not give you all of the information. They lied to you and coerced you and pressured you, and they will be made pay.
Someone's putting up there. Herman on the attack again on YouTube. Casey, Fitz, and Martin. What's he playing?
Yeah. I saw the video. He basically only mentioned myself, unless he's done another video. He mentioned myself and Anthony about putting in the vote of no confidence. It was actually Shane Lynham that. So I said I'd do it. We discussed at the start of the show. I said I'd take all the heat. Shane Lynham wanted Herman gone. Everybody wanted Herman gone. I tabled the motion of no confidence. I first tabled the motion to open party talks with other nationalist parties. Herman shot that down, and then I tabled the motion of no confidence along with the sitting chairman at the time. And then Herman came out with his accusations and whatnot, and the rest is history. The fact that he's still fighting with people a year and a half later, the fact that the likes of Dolores Cahill, Ben Scannell, so many people have gone through the Irish Freedom Party. And when you talk to them and ask them, why did you leave the Irish Freedom Party? The answer is Herman Kelly. That's it. It's just him. Follow him if you want to. I won't. I've nothing to say about the man that I haven't already said, and I'm not going to waste time. My relationship with him ended when I met him face to face in Cork at the last Cork protest. I handed him back my IFP membership card. His face dropped, his balls dropped, and he had nothing to say, but he's well able to snipe online. Sad man. That's it.
Yeah.
He would, in fairness, I will give him this bit of credit. He will, if people decide to vote for him, fit in perfectly in the current Irish government setup. He will fit in perfectly.
Yeah, I agree.
He'd be snug as a bug in a rug in there. So if you want to give him and his deluded followers support, I guarantee you he'll fit in Dáil Éireann absolutely perfectly. He'll get on absolutely. He'll have a great political career while laughing at every single one of you put him there.
Well, listen, he was finished until we all moved into that party and propped him up. Let's be honest about it. He had nothing until we moved in and propped up that party. So, and in saying that, they were one of the strongest parties in this country this time last year before the elections.
If Michael Leahy had taken IFP back then, and Herman had been a man and stepped aside, all I asked Herman to do was step down, not leave the party, just step down and let somebody else be the face of it. Had he done that, I have no doubt in my mind, IFP would be the strongest, most professional nationalist movement out there. Herman could not keep his displeasure in house. Herman decided to go public with accusations and this, that, and the other. He did it all. It was an internal struggle, so to speak. It was actually what was coming was a vote of no confidence in a political party, and it should have been kept in house. And the vote should have just happened, and whatever way it went. And if Herman won it, then he should have just kicked us out of the party, and then he could have had his laughs and this, that, and the other. But that's not how it went. There was betrayal, treachery, etc., etc. It was a beautiful Shakespearean play. Actually, is Froggy still doing the cartoon?
He is, yeah.
Froggy, hurry up and get that thing published, will you?
Herman has done nothing but cause division, in my humble opinion. Well, listen, Herman worked for MI6, I think. Lol. How long do you need to do a detox for? I'm going to get my missus to do it. I think it's 6 week detox, is that or something like that? The McCullough one.
There's a couple of different protocols. There's the McCullough protocol.
Yes.
There's one from Paul Merrick as well. I don't know if that's the same as the McCullough protocol. It is Paul Merrick, isn't it? He worked with Robert Malone. I think.
Dan Green is asking me there, did you know roughly how many members the IFP had in its prime? Well, I know we had over 800 last year around the election time, hadn't we?
It 800 paid subscribed members, but the actual support base was much bigger. Like the if you went by social media, there was 40,000-50,000
yeah.
supporters, but paid up members, it was about 800, 850.
Yeah,
that were actually supporting.
Which has dropped. It has dropped to about 200 now this year. Like
which IFP. Look, politics is difficult. Organizations are difficult. The biggest thing is to try and keep it in house. But like I said, if somebody throws stones at me publicly, I've just don't do it. It's not worth it. Paul, myself, Anthony, we're just better at it, so to speak. We're smarter, and we just don't do it. Like I said, if you don't like us, ignore us. Like Kieran Kelly, that was madness what he did. That's why I can have. And I messaged him privately on TikTok to just stop and have a conversation, and this, that, and the other. He just blocked. But to come after us, we're here years now, and we've had every single big name come after us. Yet we're more popular. The channel is flying. Our Shin is flying. Gallagher is flying. Do you understand? We're not going away.
Exactly.
We're built.
And you're not going to make us go away.
We're built to tougher stuff. Whereas, if you're planning, as I always say, show me what you're doing. If it's better than what we come up with, I will go away. I promise. If you just put it in black and white, I won't tell anyone. Show me, and if I like it, I go. You know what? That's better than anything I could do. Do you want me to work for you, or do you want me to go away? I've made that offer so many times. There's Anthony with the very good with one of
the vaccine detoxes. Yeah, nanokinase, 2,000 units twice a day, bromelain, 500 milligrams once a day, and curcumin, 500 milligrams twice a day. Nano or liposomal. This is the base spike protein detox. Thanks for that, Anthony.
Right, tell me another party leader that would publicly come out and give you a COVID shot detox. Name me one other party leader that will come out and publicly give you. And there's the measure of a man.
I agree. Where can you buy the detox? I think you can get them over the counter. I think, Angela, leave it with me. I'll check it out and I'll send you a message about it. I'll find out more about it and we'll send you a message.
There's an ivermectin protocol as well, although that's still quite hard to get. But I know people are using the animal version of it. It's just about getting the dosing right. There is, again, if you join Shin Nadina or Díla Heron, there are WhatsApp groups that are specifically aimed at natural remedies for all ailments. So if you sign up, you'll have access to that information, and there are some fantastic people in there with a wealth of knowledge.
I just want to share something here from Orla. Yeah, this is. I said I would.
Did you tell people where Orla was?
I just said she hurt her shoulder and she wasn't well.
Did you tell her? Did you tell them why?
No, I didn't know why.
She owed me a wallop with a wooden spoon, and I told her people get hurt when they hit me. It's just as simple as that. So she went for it, and now she's got a sore arm.
I'll just read this out. Let's show some support for these brave folks who are on a hunger strike outside the Dáil. Helen McEntee refuses to meet with them. Our government are a disgrace to the people. These ministers forget the answer to the people. 6 survivors have been sleeping rough since last Sunday and haven't eaten in 6 days as they call for long-promised state support. Maurice O'Connell, 57, said they will not stop until Education Minister Helen McEntee, who holds responsibility for survivors' redress schemes, meets them. They are calling for a HHA medical card for all survivors of industrial and reformatory schools and a full contributory state pension in recognition of the forced labour carried out as children while under the care of the state. Article is in comments. Hang on. This is live. There's a hunger strike happening outside the Dáil right now, and hardly anyone is talking about it. They're on day 7. Survivors of industrial and infirmary institutions include Magdalene Laundry, women who had their babies stolen, are demanding basic rights, HAA cards, government contributed state pensions, and proper care for years of unpaid work which they were forced into. These women are now 59 and 73. They fear ending their strike because Helen McEntee refuses to meet them until they stop. And only few politicians have spoken with them. One of them is Sheila O'Byrne, a Magdalene's survivor. That's Sheila. Sheila's a friend of mine. I know Sheila. East Wall protester and lifelong activist. Yeah, I call her out, national nanny. Yeah, Sheila is lovely. And have met her at every march in Dublin in the past few years. She stood for Ireland now. It's a turn for her to stand with her. Please don't let them be ignored. Share this out. Shout it from the rooftops. I'm going to say, now, there they are there. Survivors of the industrial abuse and 6th day of hunger strike. There they are there. Sheila, Justice for Ireland. Now, there's loads of stuff there. People, if you can scan that there, what can you do? You can scan that. And that's that. Yeah, okay, grand, fair play. Sheila, now Sheila is an actual friend of mine, so I'm going to send Sheila a message now to see does she want to come on. So do you like me, Bo? That's my ship.
Do you want that? Anthony stuck up there. Yeah. So look, that's a noble cause. So please support if you can. If you're in the Dublin area, or if you can scan the QR code. The state bears responsibility for what it allowed Magdalene Laundries and other such institutions to do to people. And the state, those people should get pensions and they should get medical cards. It's not going to make up for the hurt that was caused, but they bloody earned it. Anthony has links in there. So iherb.com. Yeah. So there's a load of websites there. So look, you can just screenshot that. I'll leave it up there for another minute or two, or 30 seconds or so. You can screenshot that and it'll give you the information of where you need to go for the detoxes.
I'm just sending this message.
Yeah, ivermectin is really hard to get down. Lysis need to sell it. You can still get it from the vets, but the dosing, just be careful with the dosing.
Exactly, yeah. A friend of mine is taking it as well. The paste. Get it into you. Get it into you.
Sorry, I was clicking. Yeah, you're back clicking them again. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, pays for the streaming. Spanish chicken. Yeah, okay. India Mart on Google for ivermectin. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone with hemochromatosis should not touch these jobs. It's like giving us the plague. Well, I know people, that's too much iron in your blood. I know my ma has that and I was tested for it. I had it a while ago and I don't seem to have it now. It's just too much iron in your blood. You have to go and get blood taken every week, you know what I mean, to get the iron out of your blood. I didn't take it, so it doesn't really matter. Not sure. Very soon. Harris is pushing it. Yeah. It might get someone there's putting in there. Wouldn't get anything on India Mart. They don't know what you're getting. Probably end up getting Viagra.
Nothing wrong with that.
You should look hard. Yeah, you look hard. Celtic blood disease. Right, I've one or two more here. Let's go with. We'll go with this 14-year-old girl. This is what's his name? Michael McCarthy. Just let's go with this. This is happening somewhere else.
Watch this.
Fuck off.
Look at that. She's a 14-year-old girl with her friends. That's an asylum seeker living in a hotel nearby. He tried to touch her breasts and then touch her ass. Living in a hotel paid by the UK taxpayer. Put it in perspective, the UK government is making its people pay for what happened to that 14-year-old. Pay to have people like that lowlife hanging around corners trying to touch 14-year-old girls. Our governments, European governments, are sacrificing young girls. Whether it's rape, sexual assault, being murdered, dragged into a forest, like in France, brutally raped, tortured and killed. Our governments are allowing this.
This is probably happening here as well, and we're not seeing it.
There's no probably. It is happening. There was something in the Sunday World about an attempted abduction down in Listowel. When I get down that neck of the woods, I'll dig into it a bit more and see what the story is behind it. But look, your kids aren't safe. Your women aren't safe. Sorry, one of the bloody NFL players was assaulted in Temple Bar. I was in Dublin yesterday. I saw a couple of the players walking around Dublin yesterday. They're giant men. They're not fucking small. They're big fucking units, like, even compared to rugby players. These lads are giants. And for one of them to get assaulted in Dublin.
I was the quarterback. It was only the little fella.
Doesn't fucking matter. My money, little fella. But it's like, you're not safe anywhere. You're not safe anywhere. You know, we've no law and order. Well, look, community policing, the guards aren't up to the task because they're being hamstringed by a corrupt government, and they've been told only deal with white crime. That's what the guards have been told. Only deal with white crime. So you're going to have to take it into your own hands, people. Community policing, organize neighborhood watches, organize street patrols. Call it what you want. Do it how you want. Just do it. You know, faced, masked up, however you want to do it. Just do it, because no one's coming to save you.
There's no one coming in the white horse, sure there's not. No.
Nope.
Let's move on to UK digital ID. Okay.
Obviously, I'm more than willing to talk through what you're able to take.
What, you're taking me away now?
Yes, so you're under arrest, so you're going to Harrogate, unfortunately.
You're taking me to Harrogate in the middle of the night over a tweet?
I am, unfortunately.
Is this what you signed up the police to do?
This is my role. I'm trying to be reasonable with you here.
Sorry, this is for a tweet.
I'm more than willing to allow you to gather some sort of stuff like medication, if you've got any numbers you need. But at the moment,
you join the police to go and arrest people at night for tweets online.
Do you need any medication? I can't imagine that you are going to be in very long, but do you need any medication that you take at night?
No.
No. Anything else you can think of? Wallet? You want to change your shoes or all?
I'd like to put some shoes on if that's alright with you.
Of course it is.
Righty, huh?
We will give you a search here.
Search?
Yeah, just to make sure there's nothing in your pocket that you can harm yourself with whilst you're being transported in the van. We're going to do it in here rather than outside so all your neighbours can go.
Oh, fill your boots, mate. I'm good. You do understand that I'm going to make a maximum fuss about this free speech union.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys just doing your jobs, obviously, but your dickhead bosses have just opened up a world of shit.
Trust me, if I didn't have to be here, I wouldn't have been. But I'm happy to give you...
I'm quite certain you two have got like 50 better things to do. Because what's your patch? Your Harrogate, Northallerton...
We're referred to as Hambleton. So
yeah.
We're also Harrogate District.
Yeah.
So
but of course, like the police they're not going to be able to credibly tell anybody that they're under-resourced now if they're sending people out to arrest people for tweets. Well, there's no point us debate.
Wow. Sending cops out for a mean tweet.
I can honestly say, when it happens, and it is going to happen, and Garda Síochána will be. They've already done it once or twice. They've done it to a few people. Terry Cape, Ferg got arrested. Philip Dwyer, a few other people. When you come to my door, don't expect me to be polite. Don't expect me to be nice. You police, this is too on Garda Síochána. You constitutionally police me by consent. I do not consent. So I can't wait until the day comes to win. And fuss will be the least of your problems.
For all your mean tweets, Martin. I've seen them.
I don't. I'm gone beyond caring. I'm actually sort of it's like, you know, when bad things happen to a man and he smiles and I'm smiling, that you be worried about that man. I am gone beyond the man who wants to be left alone. When that starts happening in Ireland, God help you.
I'm going to finish up with digital ID. This is Michael again. Go with this.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
You will not be able to work in the UK if you do not get digital ID. That's why he said the state of the UK. People must remember the power is in the people. It always is. The only way this works is through compliance. If there's mass non-compliance with this, it doesn't matter if he says you won't be able to work. They'll have to let you work. Because if you have 50, 60, 70% of the population not going along with it, what are they going to do? Shut down all the hospitals? Shut down all the businesses? It's impossible. They'll be forced to let people go to work, whether they like it or not. Only way these things work is if there's compliance, if there's mass compliance, if people go along with it. If everyone just said, no, I'm not doing it, well, then it doesn't happen. And people need to remember the power is always, it always sits with the people. If enough people take a stand to something, it will happen.
I said this during COVID when they wanted us to wear masks. I said, listen, I said, if we all just say no, they can't force us to make masks or wear masks. But not enough people said no.
Do you know how many people said no out of about 2,500 people where I worked?
You. I was the same. I was the same. Yeah, I was the same.
Yeah. So like it's it's a bit of an uphill battle, but look, you know what? If people want to hand over their entire lives to a tyrannical state, you know, I won't be. I'm doing everything in my power to get off the grid and not live, just to be so detached from the state. So when all of this stuff eventually comes in, Martin Murphy won't exist anymore. He just will not be there. That's my plan, and I'll fight for you. Those that are stuck in the system, I will continue to fight for you. I'll never stop fighting for people's freedom. But personally, I'm going to be out. I've a few years to go before I'm 50. I plan to be out of the system completely before I'm 50.
I plan on winning the lotto before I'm 60. So
I guarantee you, I'll race you.
Yeah, this time next year we could be millionaires.
Yeah, or in prison.
Or in prison, yeah, one or the other. I'd probably say the latter. Yeah, the latter, I'd say. I think we'll finish up there for tonight, Martin. Fair play. Thank you very much for coming on and helping me out. As always, it's been emotional.
Thanks, Paul. Good show.
I'll drop you down and I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Talk to you then. Cheers, Martin. Well, people, fair play to everyone for tuning in tonight. Just let me change me back there. Let me get me mate up. Oh, where is he? There it is there. That's the one. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. We hit, sorry, let me just see there. We hit 1,000 there. Fair play to everyone who joined in. We hit 1,000 tonight. And if anyone can buy us a copy, please do. There's the 1,000 there. Fair play to everyone. But as I say every night, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless. I will leave you with